Guys, I need you to bear with me when it comes to my voice because over the holidays I managed to really, cook up a good one. I already have COPD, but then I picked up influenza A and bacterial pneumonia. And as I found out by the time I got into the hospital, I was about a day away from full-blown sepsis, which would have been, well, that had been a trip. So I have a little bit of an issue with my voice, but I'm sure we'll be able to work through that. Most of you have heard of the term circular reasoning, and we see it play out in these police videos all the time, and well, this video is no exception. And it works like this. We got a call, therefore you're suspicious. Well, what makes me suspicious? Well, we got a call. You see, they just keep flip-flopping back and forth. We got a call makes you suspicious. Yeah, but what makes me suspicious? Well, we got a call. And that's why mere suspicion can never be used as the sole reason to detain someone, because you can't even define it. I mean, we're going to let the police define it? I mean, that's certainly what's going on. They get to throw it out there, and all of a sudden it becomes gospel. Something else I write about, in this case it's Rise of the Oathbreakers Part 2, is what's suspicious to one person is everyday life to someone else. And I need you to remember that. What is suspicious to one person is everyday life to someone else. And that's why the commonality has to be articulation of a specific crime. Suspicious according to whose standards? According to whose definition? Well, as it's playing out all across the country, the police get to decide. And all they have to do is decide to use the word suspicious. But so much of this starts with a call. Not even to report a crime of any kind, just a call. So the police are showing up using that as suspicion and give me ID. They can't articulate a crime, but it doesn't matter. Reasonable suspicion of a crime has been allowed to morph into reasonable suspicion of a call. A play on words, well, of course, but that's what's happened. And one of the sections I have in Rise of the Oathbreakers Part 2, I actually have that section titled Reasonable Suspicion of a Call. But it's the transition paragraph between the title and the body of that section where I have something that's written out, an idea like in italics, that is rather poignant. And it's absolutely true, and here it is. For all intents and purposes, a police officer who bases a stop and detention solely on a call for service is using either the squelch of a two-way radio or the ringtone of a cell phone as reasonable suspicion of a crime. And I want you to go back over that. I'm not going to read it out loud right now, but go back over that and understand that's exactly what's happened. This is what happened in the video. They got a radio call, or maybe it was over a cell phone. But then they parlay that into a demand for ID and treat it like it's reasonable suspicion of a crime. So we are to the point in the United States of America where a radio call or the ringing sound of a cell phone now becomes reasonable suspicion of a crime to the idiot police. And don't think prosecutors and judges in name only don't support it, because they do. And even if it means a dismissal later on, the police still win because they get to make the arrest. They want to find out who you are, get your ID, run you for warrants, make the false arrest. They don't get in any trouble, and who cares, right? I mean, from their perspective, it's all about ruining lives and making that arrest. Here's what we got now in the United States. You lost your Fourth Amendment rights. Or how about this one? Ding-a-ding-a-ding. Ding-a-ding-a-ding. Yeah. Oh, you lost your Fourth Amendment rights. And all the cops have to do is show up and demand ID now. They win, because you say no, you go to jail. And you notice that they all do the same thing. Here's an important point. We watch these videos, we think to ourselves, okay, are the cops not paying attention to what all these other idiot cops are doing wrong? Sure they are. But that's not how they look at it. They use what other cops are doing wrong to figure out ways not to get caught or ways to get around the Constitution. And what they've done is they figured out, well, you don't arrest somebody for failing to ID, even though that's what they did. No, you arrest them for obstruction. You wonder why they all do the same thing? They all do the same thing. All over the country, doesn't matter. Agency, jurisdiction, job title. They all do. You're obstructing. You're obstructing. You're obstructing my investigation. Because that's what they're picking up from YouTube. Not how to do it right, but how to do it wrong and get away with it. Reasonable suspicion of a call. That's our new reality here in the United States. Our newfound reality. We got a call, show up, demand ID, go to jail. And guess what, guys? It ain't stopping for shit.